So I do feel the need to continue that message because I was just getting into it. It was very hard for me to understand how to tap into the energy because there is a lot of resistance from you hearing about this side. So this is not just a reading, this is also a collective transmission of energy, and that energy needs to move slow and to be to take you on the long road. That goes the closet again. Skeletons in the closet part 2. Let's see more. Tell me what are they ready to hear today? So it goes again into that theme of you isolating yourself. You will never find your people unless you are able to express all of the parts of you, even the ones vulnerable, that you tend to hide from other people. So you really need to look a little bit at the belief system, your belief system, and where are those beliefs coming? Where is that shame coming from? Do you really need to be ashamed about that? Or is it just a natural part of the human experience to have parts of you that feel vulnerable? And just because people previously made you feel ashamed for your vulnerability doesn't mean that the things stand that way. Because, yes, this is skeletons in your closet, but it doesn't feel like you have done bad things. It feels like, for this collective I'm tapping in, it feels more like you have been conditioned to feel ashamed for normal human things just because other people couldn't hold you, just because those parts that were vulnerable exposed them to how challenging is for them to hold their own vulnerability, and they turned it back on you, they projected that on you, and you internalize that message. So check your belief systems and have better boundaries around that. Then stay in your strength when people try to attack that. It's normal to want to be seen and understood fully. And it's going to be a journey, I think, for you to really unravel all of that. Let's see more. And it's going to feel so good for you, and you're going to feel so relieved when you can show yourself in all of your depth. And your depth is going to feel refreshing to the right kind of people. There's certain things you have to face around trustworthiness. Not everyone can be trusted with your more vulnerable sides. That part is real. That part is an objective reflection of yours. But you are generalizing. And there are people that will love you for your depth. There are people that are going to look at those more vulnerable parts of yourself that you feel ashamed for and find them exquisite and magical and wonderful. But the current people in your life, the ones that are making you feel ashamed about that, they're the ones that are making you feel ashamed about your about your magic, they're just going to reinforce that belief about yourself. So that's why that inner recalibration needs to happen first. Because if you do truly deeply understand that, they cannot use it against you. You will see it. And then you will be able to set proper boundaries with the people that are making you feel like this. Let's see more. And that's when really you are going to start finding your people. Contentment, family, you're going to find your soul family. You're going to have this sense of belonging that you never truly had. And you'll be more content about your life. So in your way, because you are very adaptable, you truly have this adaptability about yourself. If you are here, I'm channeling with Morrigan, and Morrigan speaks to the shapeshifter. You really confuse people through your transformation that you go through. They sometimes make you feel ashamed for your ability to adapt. But I also want you to, you are a shapeshifter. All the daughters and sons of Morrigans are shapeshifters. You just flow with what needs to flow, and your outer external expression changes based on that. And people maybe sometimes take that as a sign of instability, but that transformation usually comes from a very grounded and centered place within yourself. And you are using, I also hear that you are using that adaptability against yourself right now, because you are adapting to be more consistent, conservative in your expression. You are using your adaptability to adapt to situations that require you to be less adaptable. And that really is starting to weigh very hard on you. What's going to help you here is to go in any types of creative endeavors that you do feel called to have. Any type of self-expression helps. You need to do art, you need to paint, to make music, to journal, whatever that is. Take action on that. And that's going to lead to your new beginning, to your new chapter in your life. And that's where your luck, your prosperity, your happiness is going to come from. But first, you need to go into your creative power, into your creative force, and have this deeper soul searching journey. And you're going to notice how life is starting to break down around you as you start to do that, as you start to build a more steady and better foundation within yourself. You're going to notice how the world around you starts to crumble as you align more and more with who you are. Don't try to hold on too tight and stop that from happening when it needs to, because it will stop you from moving forward, and you cannot stop it anyway. This is just an advice for you to make it a more comfortable journey for you, because if you do try to hold on too tightly to it, it's going to start becoming more and more suffocating for you until the inevitable happens, which is letting things fall away. In a way, you have been manifesting what's coming in for you right now for a very long time, but right now you need to move through the void. Every manifestation is a journey of you having your identity changed. Because what you are manifesting is not external things, but the identity that can receive them. That's part of how manifestations happen. So let the decaying things die, because death is not the end of the road here.